Well, it's round 3 of the 2009 Superside FIM Sidecar World Championship. And it's a big hello from the Sachsenring in the east of Germany for this latest round of the series, supporting the MotoGP event. And as the sidecar teams prepare for their qualifying session, a quick look at the Sachsenring circuit, one of the shortest circuits on the calendar, very tight and twisty, very technical track. Well, after the 2 qualifying sessions, it was Ben and Tom Birchall that took pole position, just 0.05 of a second from Tim and Tristan Reeves, with the number 44 machine of Pavarinter in 3rd. Well, let's take an opportunity to talk to some of the riders and passengers competing today.
Racetrack is absolutely superb. It's got to be one of the best tracks I've ever been to. As for the atmosphere, crazy. As for the race, I'm hoping to get a finish because we had 2 DNFs in Schleiz and in Albacete.
Wir rechnen 2-3 Plätze gut zu machen am Start, aber die erste Ecke ist sehr schwierig und sehr schlüpfrig.
Sachsenring gefällt mir sehr gut, ist vom Beifahrer gar nicht so einfach, weil es nur links rum geht. Ja, der Jos hat schon ganz toll Bauchweh, immer dass da was Interessantes rauskommt. Weil Motorsport ist ja gemeint, es kann in der ersten Kurve schon vorbei sein, aber das geht ganz gut.
So all poised for the start. And Danny Evo's helmet cam on the back of Craig Chaplow's machine. They're further down the grid, but the red lights have gone out. And it's Ben and Tom Birchall that get away well, but so does Kurt Hock and Enrico Becker from the second row of the grid. And it looks like the German Hock and Becker have got the lead as they go into the very tight first corner at the hairpin. Pavarinter trying to go around the outside, up the inside of Ben and Tom Birchall. Very important, this opening section of the course, very tight and twisty. Already the guys at the back are about 10 or 15 seconds down on the race leader after just half a lap. Now we're on board with Simon Gilbert and Mark Howard, and well, they've gone off the track and into the gravel trap on this opening lap. Disappointment for Simon Gilbert. He was hoping for a good result after 2 non-finishes in the opening rounds, and it's all gone wrong again. But it hasn't gone wrong for Kurt Hock and Enrico Becker. They're in the lead, but Ben and Tom Birchall look like they've squeezed past, as do Tim and Tristan Reeves just going past Jos Moser and Yeti. And Pekka Pavarinter, Adolf Hani taking the lead from Ben and Tom Birchall. Enrico Becker and his driver Kurt Hock going through, but Birchall back into second place. Now the helmet cam from Danny Everson, looking down at the machine, looking behind him to see who's behind, and that's Benny Stroyer at the front, still Pavarinter from Birchall. This Sachsenring track, very tricky, a lot of left-hand corners, anti-clockwise track, and as you can see, the passenger having to do a lot of work hanging out the left-hand side. Birchall lining Pavarinter up on the inside as they come round the final turn back onto the start-finish straight. And Birchall runs a little bit wide, and Pavarinter back alongside, neck and neck as they go across the start-finish line. And Tim and Tristan Reeves right in the slipstream of both machines. Looks like they're going to have a dive up the inside into the hairpin, and they take the lead, passing both machines into that hairpin. That's 160 miles an hour, down to about 40 miles an hour for the hairpin. Now the passengers in synchronisation switch their body weight from the left-hand side of the machine over the rear wheel to get the grip down. 200 horsepower almost going through that 10-inch wide rear slick tyre. And it's a drag race down to the first corner. Ben and Tom Birchall just a bit more speed, but while Tim Reeves having nothing of it, on board with Ben and Tom Birchall as they get rudely shoved towards the curb, and a little wave of the hand from Tim Reeves there just to say, well, sorry about that, but I don't think he's telling the truth. And Kurt Hock is still involved in this fantastic scrap for the lead, sitting there behind, behind Birchall now. Birchall once again up the inside of the Team Finland Suzuki machine. Along the start-finish straight one more time. Well, Ben and Tom Birchall, a little bit more speed than the machine of Pavarinta, but through the hairpin twists and turns. Well, nearly 200,000 people here at the Sachsenring, and we know the Germans love their sidecar racing and appreciating a great show being put on in this third round of the World Sidecar Championship. Further down, that looks like Brian Pedder and Rod Stedman there going through the hairpin, involved in this great battle for about 10th position at the moment. So the Italians going very, very well. Tristan Reeves getting all of his body weight as far left as he possibly can. The two British teams just beginning to pull away a little bit from Pavarinta, and this time Birchall got the drag down the start-finish straight and chops across the front of Tim Reeves to hold the line into the hairpin. That was a quick view from the helmet can of Danny Everson, and they've got race leaders Ben and Tom Birchall behind them. You can see how much movement the passenger has to do on these machines. Ben and Tom Birchall threading their way through the slower machines, and good work there getting out of the way as Tim and Tristan Reeves just barging their way through in an effort to stay somewhere near Ben and Tom Birchall. And Danny Everson looking back at the number 24 machine of Milan Spendel and Peter Hill. So a long, hard race here at Sachsenring. Tyres now becoming a bit of an issue. They'll be wearing out fast. But your race leaders, Ben and Tom Birchall. Now that's Mike Rocher and Gregory Clues threading their way past Benny Stroyer and Kay Zendeveld. They're up to 6th position. Oh, and Frank Barbier. Well, disappointment once again for the Frenchman. Well, that's Kurt Hock and Enrico Becker. They were in 4th position, and that's why Rocher was 6th, because Hock had spun it. And there is Rocher and Clues in that 6th position, with Jos Moser and Manfred Wurzelberger behind them in 7th. But Ben and Tom Birchall out of the final corner, just a short run to the checkered flag, and their second victory of the 2009 season. Tim and Tristan Reeves across the line in 2nd position. Pavarinta and Hanny a little way back in 3rd place. The Finnish flag and the Swiss flag there being collected, but the cheers and the horns blowing from the crowd for your victors, Ben and Tom Birchall. Great crowd here at the Sachsenring, loving this sidecar race. And Danny Evo and Craig Tracklow lapping up this atmosphere here at the Sachsenring. Fantastic event. Podium 1, 2, 3. 3rd position, Pavarinta and Hanny. 2nd position, Tim and Tristan Reeves. And your winners, Ben and Tom Birchall. Well, that win gives Ben and Tom Birchall a 5-point lead ahead of Pavarinta in the championship, with Reeves in 3rd. Well, Ben and Tom Birchall very happy.
Maybe.
It was perfect for us today. Obviously a race win, and we come away from Sachsenring leading the World Championship. The first half of the race I had a good battle with Reeves and Pavarinta, and then we got to the front and just pushed and pulled clear, and then just comfortable sat at the pace that we was riding. So yeah, perfect.
Well, perfect indeed, and a perfect race from all of the sidecar teams. Very creditable performance from everybody. 21 finishers from the 24 starters. Well, the 4th round of the series goes to Croatia and the Grobnik circuit in Rijeka.